Social Zoom Factor, episode 219.
Driving results in business these days takes something special. It's a combination of the right info and the right energy. Pam Moore has both and is here to help you avoid the pitfalls and guide your business and life by leveraging and integrating social media, powerful branding, and digital marketing. Welcome to Social Zoom Factor. Now it's time to live life zoomed.
Are you ready to take your new idea to fruition? One of the first things you need to do is get your business online. Our partner HostGator can take you from zero to turbo fast. Download their Get Online the Easy Way ebook and receive a coupon code for 30% off any new hosting package. Simply visit socialzoomfactor.com/HostGatorEasy or simply text HostGator to 33444. The Marketing Nuts Agency helps companies transform their social and digital business from the inside out. Visit their website at www.themarketingnutswithaz.com for a client list, case studies, and some amazing free resources to get you started down the path of success. Hey there, Zoomers, and welcome to Social Zoom Factor. This is your host, Pam Moore. All right, today I'm super excited about this episode because I know it is going to help so many of you increase sales and conversions in your business. Whatever your objective may be for your business, for your marketing goals, this episode is going to help you hopefully better achieve those goals. So today we are talking about conversion rate optimization. And what is conversion rate optimization? How can you improve conversions or sales or whatever that objective may be that you have for your business and your online marketing? Why should you care about CRO, as we call it, conversion rate optimization? Why do you need conversion funnels? Why should you care that you are personalizing the experience for your visitors to your website, to your blog? Why do you need a landing page? And then in the second half, we're going to talk about more than 20 factors that are impacting your conversion rate, whether you want them to or not. These are things that you may or you may not know that are impacting your achievement of your goals and your objectives in your business as you're utilizing online marketing, social media, digital marketing. So let's first talk about what is conversion rate. Let's define this. Conversion rate is the percentage of visitors who complete a goal. Okay. I don't know what your conversion goal is. You, as a business owner, as an owner of a blog, as an owner of a website, as an owner of a Facebook page, you need to set that goal. Now, you also need to be testing that. And you may hear the term split testing or A/B testing. When you hear those terms, that just means you're testing different variations of a funnel or of an offer or of a message that's helping you measure the success of a headline, of copy, of images. Maybe it's social proof elements, things that are going to hopefully help you convert more visitors into customers. Okay, so what then is conversion rate optimization? CRO, and we'll refer to it as CRO in this podcast today so I can save some words and also make it a little bit easier for you to listen to. But CRO is the method of creating an experience for an online, so that would be a website or a blog or a landing page visitor, with the goal of increasing the percentage of visitors that convert into customers. Okay, let me say that again. CRO is the method of creating an experience for a website, a blog, a landing page visitor with the goal of increasing the percentage of visitors that convert into customers. And that specific definition came directly from Wikipedia. Now, why should you care about CRO, about optimizing conversions? Number one is going to increase your sales. Okay, so if sales are what you are looking for, if you are sending out tweets, if you are posting on Facebook, and hopefully you have a goal to build community, to build your brand awareness, to, establish thought leadership, some of those goals we've been talking about in recent episodes here at Social Zoom Factor. Hopefully you have some of those softer goals as well, okay, that are going to help you increase sales. But what we're talking about today is once you get to where you're asking for the sale, you're sending somebody to a landing page, you've already hopefully established trust and leadership in your industry. Somebody's interested in buying from you. If you focus on conversion rate optimization, it's going to help you increase those sales. It's going to help you increase the number of leads that you receive that are hopefully going to turn into sales. Every percentage is going to increase because hopefully if you increase the amount of leads that you're bringing in, you're hopefully as a result increasing sales if you have a proper conversion funnel set up. Now, you also will be hopefully having more happy customers. And as a result, hopefully you're going to be able to sleep better at night. Okay. Because when you have more leads, you have more sales, you have a higher return on investment for your overall marketing because you are converting to real business. You are going to sleep better at night. Now, remember I've talked about before the sideways funnel. And the thing that we need to know is that conversion funnels are way more complicated than they look. And you'll always see a funnel. You'll see a conversion funnel where it's an upside down triangle that like the fat part's up at the top. And you'll see, usually words like awareness, interest, consideration, purchase, loyalty, those types of things. And a lot of times they're very much simplified. Now, actually being able to move somebody through your conversion funnel isn't always so easy. And as I always say, people don't just buy things, they join things. And social media gives us the opportunity to create communities, which eventually may create markets, right? Communities create markets. And as you are building your online platform, as you're establishing your community on your blog, on the different social networks, wherever that may be, you have an opportunity to establish trust, to establish thought leadership, to become a trusted resource in your industry and in your niche. You have an opportunity to build relationships, right? To move them through that funnel. You're not going to get there overnight. So when we're talking about conversions and we're talking about conversion rate optimization, we can't forget the fact that your customers need to know who you are. They need to like you. They need to trust you. And then they're going to buy from you. It's that know, like, and trust factor. Once they follow that process, then they're going to want to know more about you. They're going to potentially want to buy from you. So in order to move people through your conversion funnel, you need to know what your goal is. You need to know what the goal of your audience is. And I talk a ton about this in one of our podcast episodes. I'll make sure that I link to that. If you don't already know your audience, you better figure it out. Go download our audience analysis worksheet, which will help you prioritize your audience. Go to socialzoomfactor.com/audience. And it will also link you to a podcast where you can learn more about this process. And we leverage the Forrester Post methodology for building out social media strategies and frameworks. It's a framework for building out your social media strategy and plan. But you need to know your goal. You need to know the goal of your audience. You need to determine what that offer is. And then you need to build the platform that's integrated that's going to help you convert that looker into a buyer, right? Convert that community member into somebody that's going to trust you with their email address. Wherever they are in that sales cycle, you always want to be moving them to that next place. Now, you are going to need to attract those desired customers and measure those results and continually optimize. I always say it's tweak, rinse, repeat. It is a continual optimization. And in order to really be able to move human beings, now remember, these are human beings. They're not just avatars. So people that are visiting your website or your blog, they are humans that you need to be able to connect with at a human level. And on tomorrow's episode, the next episode, we're going to be talking about how you can leverage data and analytics to humanize your brand, right? And I've done a ton of podcasts and blog posts in the past about humanizing your brand, but make sure you tune in to the next episode. It'll be episode 220, and we'll be talking about how to humanize your brand utilizing data and analytics. Now, when you are personalizing the experience, you need to know who your customer is and what's important to them. What are their behaviors? What are their preferences? How, when, and where are they using what type of screen? And by screen, we mean mobile, desktop, tablet. And what is the context for why they are using each of those screens? When, where, and why are they using an iPhone? When, where, and why are they using an iPad? When, where, and why are they using a desktop computer? I have different goals and objectives during the day when I am working on my computer, my MacBook Pro, and I am plugged in doing business. That's different objectives. It's a different type of engagement. I'm reading different types of material online. I'm, watching a different percentage of video or listening to audio than I am if it's early in the morning and I'm driving in my car and I'm listening to a podcast, right? You need to understand, if you're targeting me, when am I listening to a podcast? How long do I want that podcast to be? When do I want you to post that podcast so that I can listen to it? Where do I want the resources to be that are going to back that up? Right? That's why I always have more information that's available to you on the show notes page. So like everything I'm talking about today, you can go download and link to it at socialzoomfactor.com/219 because this is episode 219. So I know that you're likely driving in your car, you're working out, and you don't have access right now to be able to download all that material. So I want to make sure it's easy for you to be able to go access that page at a later time. Now, we also need to talk about landing pages, okay? So you need a landing page. Don't be just sending people to your website. Like, I don't just send you to pammarketingnut.com or to themarketingnuts.com or socialzoomfactor.com. I send you to a specific landing page. When you develop a landing page, you help your customer quickly learn who you are, what you have to offer them. What are you going to do to help them? Why should they buy from you? Why should they trust you? What action do you want them to take? You need to think one customer, one page, one message, and one action. What action do you want people to take to further invest in a relationship with you and your brand, your business? Do not just send people to your website homepage or shopping cart product page expecting to get a conversion. You need to really be maximizing and optimizing those landing pages. And when you're thinking about testing, some of the things you're going to want to do to optimize those landing pages and optimize that funnel is step one, define the goals and the metrics for success. Step two, designate a landing page where conversions will occur. Determine what are the elements that are going to be on that landing page that you need to test. Create variations of those key elements. Okay. So create variations of headlines and content and messages and maybe even media format, maybe video versus audio that you want to test. And then you're going to need to do some research and make sure you have the right measurement and analytics and testing tools to tweak and optimize that performance. Now, we are now going to move into more than 20 factors I'm going to talk through that are factors that impact your conversion rate optimization, you have got to listen to these things. But before I go there, I need to give a few words to our sponsors. Please make sure you give them a listen because they are truly what makes this podcast keep zooming. So give them a listen and I'll be right back. The new year brings a time for evaluation, reflection, and planning. As an entrepreneur, you know your product, your target market, and how you are going to differentiate from competition to achieve success. One thing that often gets forgotten, though, is the online foundation. Do you have the right digital foundation to build a structurally sound business, or are you building on sand and hoping it will hold? Successful businesses are built on steady ground. You need a blueprint for success, curb appeal, and security. Our partner HostGator can help you do this and more. Download their Business Builder Kit, inclusive of 9 steps for planning your website, 10 mistakes to avoid on your homepage, and 3 easy steps to protect your website from hackers. Simply go to socialzoomfactor.com/HostGatorBiz or text HostGatorBiz to 33444. Again, that is socialzoomfactor.com/HostGatorBiz or text HostGatorBiz to 33444. I'm back. Okay. Conversion rate optimization factors. What are the factors that impact that conversion rate? Okay, what makes that conversion rate go up or go down? I'm going to talk through 20 plus of these. I have 22 of these factors I'm going to talk through pretty quickly right now. And I encourage you to further check out some of the resources we have available. We are also launching a training platform that's going to go through all of these things in great detail. That will be launching in the next 60 days. Go to socialprofitfactor.com and you can subscribe and you can be a founding member of that community and obtain some amazing deals when we launch for founding members that will save you some serious cash. All right. But go to socialprofitfactor.com to sign up for that. For now, we're talking through these 20 plus factors. Number 1 is planning. Okay. Plan your work and work your plan. You cannot expect to have conversions if you are not planning. All right. You need to have an integrated digital and social platform that is helping you build brand awareness, helping you establish community, nurture relationships, humanize your brand, establish thought leadership, bring people closer to you. I know it's hard. I know it's hard to set goals and integrate these things and keep up on Facebook and Twitter and LinkedIn and everything that you need to do in your blog and your website and your content and your video. And the only guarantee that we have is change. So you have got to set time aside every single day to plan. Number 2 is you need to set goals, right? You have got to set some clear goals. They need to be SMART goals. They need to be specific. They need to be measurable. They need to be attainable. They need to be relevant and they need to be time bound. Put a date on it. All right. You need a goal and you need to make sure you know what success looks like. Number 3 is you need a value proposition. What is the value proposition that you are offering to the person who you want to move through your conversion funnel, right? What is the value proposition that is in it for them, right? And this is something we're going to be talking about in detail if you join our Social Profit Factor course and Academy. But you need to know that value. You need to know your goals and you need to know the value that it offers to your audience. You need to have a landing page. We talked about that. So you need to have a landing page that's focused on achieving those goals. You need to have a specific call to action, right? People like to be told what to do. So you need to be very clear on the action that you want people to take. And I've done a ton of podcasts on this in the past. Number 6 is you need to know and establish trust. So you need to establish trust in your industry, in your niche. If you do not have trust, if somebody lands on your website and it looks all, cheesy and like you do not know what you're doing, you are likely not going to be able to convert that business or even get somebody to subscribe to your email list. You are going to also need social proof. So when I go to your website, I want to know that you have a community. I want to know that you're investing in a community on some of the top platforms. That could be Facebook, that could be Instagram, that could be Twitter, that could be LinkedIn. I want to know, and that's going to vary dependent upon what niche and industry you are serving, right? So you're going to need to make sure that you are able to prove that you are investing in these things for the right reason. You're not just investing in social media so you can tweet about yourself all day or tell stories about yourself all day. Number 8 is that you are delivering on your promise. I did a podcast on this a while back as well. You need to make sure that you are delivering on what you promise. If you tell me I'm going to get a really cool worksheet and a really cool white paper that has 10 tips to help me with something, and I open up that white paper and it's one page and it's the same thing that was in the blog post, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed, right? So make sure you deliver on what you promise. Make sure that your site is secure, right? If I'm going to buy something from you, you need to make sure that you have a secure shopping cart, that I feel comfortable giving you that information. Number 10 is visual design and quality. How are your visuals looking, right? Do they look professional? What is the quality of those? Are you using the right colors, right? The color psychology matters a lot. If you are wanting to build a trusted brand, you need to make sure that you're utilizing the right colors, that you are not utilizing, a dark color. If you are trying to show that you are bringing light, we're working with a lighting company that works with LED lights, and their original site had a lot of maroon and black and that type of thing, but they were a lighting company and they had chosen the colors because that was the favorite colors and football team of the owner, right? So make sure that when you start your business and you start building your brand online, that you're thinking of your audience. Don't just choose colors based on your favorite team or your favorite. Make sure that they are aligning to the image and the way that you want people to feel. Color psychology can go a long way with optimization. Number 12 is headlines. Headlines matter. So make sure you're doing some A/B testing with headlines, with your content, with your email subject lines, with headlines and titles on blog posts, headlines on your pages. Mobile readiness. I've talked about this a ton in past podcasts. You need to optimize for the mobile user as a top priority. All right. And I encourage you to take a look at your Google Analytics at minimum and look at how many of the people who are viewing your pages on your blog or on your website are coming from a mobile device. All right. Look at how quickly they're bouncing out. Make sure that you are designing upfront for the mobile user. You have one chance to earn that trust at hello. You have about 8 seconds or less in order to win the heart of that person that lands on your site. And if they are coming from social, coming from Facebook, coming from Twitter, there is a high likelihood that they are on a mobile device or they are on an iPad, they're on a smartphone. So you want to make sure that your site is optimized to convert them, even if it's a mobile friendly site. Like all of our landing pages, the pages that I send you to, like the socialzoomfactor.com/calendar, where you download our, 2016, soon to be 2017 calendar, that is optimized for mobile device. So it's optimized. It is mobile responsive. So it will respond whether you're on a tablet, whether you're on your desktop, or whether you're on a smartphone. Okay. Load time of your site and of your page overall. It matters, right? It matters to Google. It should matter to you, and it matters to your user. You don't want things to be taking too long to load. Be looking at images. If it's taking a long time to load, they're likely going to bounce right out of your site. Browser compatibility. Make sure you have tested your site, your content, your images, that user experience on the different website browsers. Navigation matters. Where do you have menus? If you are wanting to make sure that people find your contact us button, make sure that that's easy to get to even on a mobile device. Button placement, button content, button colors matter, my friends. Okay. I know those sound like little things, but just by changing the color of a button, the shape of a button, the word that's on a button can increase your conversions exponentially. Contact forms. Make sure contact forms are not too complicated. Make sure that it's easy for them to complete. Make sure that it works. Make sure that you're not, requiring some crazy CAPTCHA code that takes me 3 times to input that data. I think that's one of the worst features of any contact form is that CAPTCHA field. So find a different way to keep out spam if that's the reason you're using those types of, I call them barriers or like social roadblocks, conversion roadblocks. You're putting a roadblock up between me and you and me converting on your site when you're putting up some of these features that you're doing for security or you're doing to keep out spam. But really the only people you're keeping out are those who are desiring to come closer to your brand. The type of communication that you use, right? The tone that you use, number 20, and how you're talking, that tone, the language, the readability, the terminology that you're using are all factors that are going to impact that conversion rate. So there you have it in a nutshell. I have given you an overview of conversion optimization, conversion rate optimization. I've given you kind of a 101 deep dive on how you can increase conversions, some things for you to go back to your sites, your online platform, and really take a look at, think about. I hope that I've inspired you to dig deeper. I hope this information was useful for you today. I thank you so much for hanging out with us here at Social Zoom Factor. As I said, you can go check out loads of resources that I'll make sure I put in the show notes page for this episode at socialzoomfactor.com/219. And make sure you go sign up for our Social Profit Factor training that is launching very, very soon. We are so excited for that. So go become an early member. Go to socialprofitfactor.com. And we have some free webinars and that type of thing coming up very soon. So thank you for your time today. I wish you the best of success in your online, social, and digital marketing and increasing those conversions. That's a wrap.
If you're ready to Zoom your business and Zoom your life, then don't let the end of this episode be the end of your journey. Visit socialzoomfactor.com/Zoom for incredible free resources and guides. And be sure to join the Social Zoom Factor mailing list so you never miss an episode. We'll see you next time on Social Zoom Factor.